Hira never imagined that her first day at her new job would quietly change her life. She walked into the modern glass office with a small smile, hiding the worries she carried from her past. She was the new project coordinator, nervous but hopeful, gentle but determined. The office was filled with the soft glow of warm lights and the comforting smell of fresh coffee. As she walked past the hallway, she noticed a cabin with the door half open. Inside, standing confidently while talking on the phone, was a tall man in a dark blue shirt. His voice was calm, so calm it felt like it wrapped around her for a moment. This was Ayan, the operations manager. When he hung up and looked at her, he gave a slight smile. "You must be the new coordinator. Welcome, Hira." From that moment on, every time he said her name, something inside her fluttered softly. Days passed, and their interaction stayed professional. At least, that's what they both pretended. Hira felt a strange comfort whenever Ayan walked by her desk. Ayan found himself waiting for the moment she entered his cabin with reports, always carrying a quiet grace that made the room feel lighter. There was an unspoken chemistry between them, silent but strong, soft but undeniable. One late evening, everyone had already left the office. Only two computer screens glowed in the dim room, Hira's and Ayan's. Ayan noticed the tiredness on her face. "You okay?" he asked. Hira smiled weakly. "Just a little heavy workload." Ayan walked closer, placing his hand gently on the corner of her desk. "You work really hard, Hira. But you don't have to push yourself so much." She looked up into his eyes, deep, kind, and carrying a softness no one else saw. "Can I tell you something?" he asked. She nodded quietly. "I've been observing you. The way you stay calm, the way you take care of everything, it inspires me." Something warm and unexpected moved inside her chest. That one sentence felt like sunlight touching a place that had stayed cold for a long time. They ended up sharing coffee at the same table that night. Ayan told her about a failed relationship, how trust had broken him slowly. Hira shared her lonely nights, moments when she questioned her worth. Listening to each other, they didn't judge, they simply understood. Two broken hearts, gently learning each other's language. Later, standing together on the office rooftop, Hira whispered, "It feels peaceful up here." Ayan looked at her instead of the sky. "Maybe because you're here." Those words touched her deeper than any compliment she had ever received. Their connection grew quietly. Late night calls, quick smiles across the office, small moments that held big emotions. Ayan tried to keep distance. Hira tried to stay practical. But hearts don't listen to rules. One afternoon, Ayan called her into his cabin. His expression was different, serious, careful. "Hira, I don't ever want to make you uncomfortable. If whatever is happening between us becomes difficult for you, I'll step back." Hira's heart tightened. She saw honesty in his eyes, and fear, the fear of losing her. "Ayan, I'm not uncomfortable," she said softly. "I just like you a lot." Ayan took one slow step forward. Their breaths mingled, their heartbeats matched. "Can I?" he whispered. Hira closed her eyes and nodded. Ayan gently held her hand in both of his. No rush, no demand, just warmth, respect, and a touch that healed something inside her. Under the soft office lights, two lives quietly intertwined. After that evening, everything changed but beautifully. Hira healed Ayan's hidden exhaustion. Ayan softened the loneliness Hira carried in her chest. They didn't rush. They didn't hide. They simply grew into each other. One night, after a company dinner, Ayan stopped the car in front of her house and finally said the words, "I think I'm falling for you." Hira smiled, the kind of smile that only comes from finally being seen. "I think I already fell." The night was calm, the wind soft, and for the first time in a long time, both of them felt like life was beginning again. Their love wasn't loud, it was healing. It was warm. It was the kind of love that found two tired hearts and taught them how to breathe again. Hey everyone, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'd really appreciate it and it would mean a lot to me. Thanks for watch.